Hi there, this is Allison with Zig and Vine Homestead, bringing you along to check out our new beehives. Well, new to us anyway. Last year, a friend gave us two of her beehives. She and her husband moved to Virginia, and they gave us these two incredible hives. The one on the right is a top bar hive, and the other one I believe is called a Langstroth hive. I could be wrong. I'm sure somebody out there in YouTube land will correct me. So they gave us these two hives. We put them in the barn and haven't used them yet. We plan on ordering at least one colony of bees this spring. Sometime soon, actually. We'll be getting our order in for the bees. I have had to clean out the top bar hive, and there'll be more on that at the end of this video. They thought that the hive was still alive when we picked it up. We got it home and we did look in it, and it had been invaded by mice. So I just kind of stuck it in the barn and said, I'll deal with that later. Well, it's been almost a year, so time to get to it. They also gave us a brand new smoker. Those things are expensive. I've priced them. Wow. And I'm not fully sure how this Langstroth, is that the right word? How this hive gets assembled. So I'm still researching. Don't yell at me. Just know that I'm not going to put bees in it until I know for sure what I'm doing, okay? So it has cool windows, which it's my understanding that after a while you're not going to be able to see through the windows anyway, between the honey and stuff. So we'll see how that works out. So the Langstroth hive looks like it had been used, but they cleaned it up for the most part. So we will, again, be doing some research, checking some things out, making sure we have everything we need. I'm assuming that the canvas cover goes on the very top for ventilation. Not 100% sure, like I said. I am doing research. Our friends gave us this top bar beekeeping book with the two hives that they gave us. I've had the Backyard Beekeeper book for a while. I've enjoyed going through it, and my plan is to get through more of it before we bring the bees to the farm. The Top Bar Beekeeping book, I am reading word for word every single page to make sure I fully understand everything there is about a top bar hive. And then the Beeswax Alchemy book I have had for a couple years now. There's a couple soap recipes that I use out of it, and I've also made chapstick or lip balm, whatever you want to call it. Lip balm. It's not chapstick's the brand name. Anyway, so I've used that book for a couple times. But before we get too into using things, hey Gunner, he's such a good boy. He's always coming to the barn to check on us, providing security. Kelly also gave me some gloves and a bee suit. The gloves are a size small. They won't fit because I have these beefy hands, as you can see in the video. But the suit is a large, so that should fit. Hey, there I am with the hood on. It will not fit over my insulated coat or my insulated coveralls. So we'll just have to try it on later. Not on video. Thank you very much. So I'm thinking that the windows on the beehive should go to the back and not above the landing board for the bees, because if I drop it, I could smash some bees or make some bees angry. So I switched it around to put the windows on the back. What do you think? Was that the right move? Well, let me know. We also haven't decided where on the property we're going to put the beehives. Someplace safe, away from the goats so the goats aren't knocking it over. Near a water source. We do have a pond. And I'd like to make sure it's fenced because there are predators in the area. So this is the very bottom of the Langstroth hive. It's screened. It looks like there's supposed to be a board that slides in there. So I'm going to have to take some measurements and we can just make a board. Not a big deal. This is the top bar hive. There's our mouse friend. And we're going to take a peek inside, and you can see some of the damage the mice did. They ate a lot of the honeycomb. This is from when I brought it home. And then this is this past week where I decided to start going through the hive. Love that it has a window. A lot of people think that maybe it's not worth salvaging beehives. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know that there was a disease that caused the bees to die. I know that mice got it. Let me know what you think, that if it's worth saving an actual hive or if it should just get rebuilt. I'd appreciate the input. So I started taking apart the hive. I'm using, actually, it's a laminate flooring tool. It was easier to scrape the honeycomb off the bars. And again, you could see some more of the mice damage, how much they ate. It's pretty gross. And this smelled really fermented. So it smelled kind of, what was the word? Meaty, maybe? Mead, not meaty. Mead-y. And I am still learning about bees. And so somebody could tell me if these honeycombs look diseased or if this is just the way they look. This has been sitting for a full year without any activity. So I figured it was time that we cleaned it up and added some bees this spring. So I'm thinking maybe I should have documented each of the combs just for my own personal learning experience, which I didn't do. I took photos of several of them. As you can see, they're all a little different. I'm going to be getting rid of the boxes of the beeswax. We found a couple dead bees, some white spots on some of them. The bottom of the beehive has this little wooden rectangle thing, and there's a hole in it. So can somebody tell me what that is? I'm going to be looking it up, so I'll figure it out sooner or later. But this is after I scraped out most of the gunk, the wax, the honey, just the crud. I thought originally this white stuff was frost, but it's not. It looks like it's mold. Not sure what would cause that. It did smell very fermented, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I'm thinking about maybe giving, once I get it all scraped out and cleaned off, giving it a vinegar bath and then letting it set and dry for quite a while. If anybody has any suggestions on that, I would appreciate it. I love that the window is on there. I think it's great, but you can tell that, after a while it gets really gunky. And this is a glass window. At first I thought it was plexi, but no, it is glass, which is cool, as long as it doesn't break. And then I sat at the entrance to the barn scraping the bars with my carpet, or what is that, linoleum knife? Yeah, that's what it is. Got a nice workout with my hands, and finally they started cramping up after I think I did 16 of the bars. It's like, okay, time for a break. I may not have gotten 16 done. I may have only gotten like 10 done. So, yeah. I still have 8 left to scrape. So I'll get to that the rest of this week, and get the hive cleaned up. I would really love input to know what people think. If I should give the top bar hive a vinegar bath just to kill any germs and stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to use any other chemical than vinegar. So thanks for joining us, and catch you next time, YouTube.